Is it 7:30 and I'm just now coming on? Yes. Yes, it is. Also, I think you might be a tad crooked. Also, I think I need some water. Okay. Hi. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you are new. I'm JC. Welcome to the vlog. Hold up, still throat. Something. Okay. A little scratchy. Oh God. Let's not be getting sick. Well, hi. How are you? We're in. Actually, I've called this. My file says it's the last week of March because it is the last full week of March, and I'll be probably calling the next week the first week of April because that's what it'll be for me. Well, for everyone, but this is the last full week of March, so I feel like this is where you, if you got any planning for quarter two to do, it probably should be done in this week. Note to self: plan for quarter two. My weekend was fine. I got the video kind of done mostly on Friday, really. I just had to put music to it on Saturday. And what else? I don't know what I did. A lot of research. I did a lot of researching stuff. I'm trying to improve my social media skills. I'm not great at it. We all know this. But I'm trying. So I'm gonna a self-imposed challenge here. You don't have to join in unless you want to, but I am gonna try this thing for 30 days, not consecutive, because I don't post on Sundays, unless it's like a countdown to a release type of deal, and I don't want to skip a day because that would be weird if you count down X like 3 days left and then you skip over 2 because it falls on a Sunday and then there's one. That's weird. So, but I don't generally post on Sundays, just because I don't know, never really felt right to promote thyself on a Sunday. It's the Lord's Day and all, and so I just don't. But, so I'm not counting Sundays, but 30 days. Anyway, 30 days. I am going to challenge myself to take a picture every day, a writerly type of picture, a postable picture, if you will, because pictures do encourage engagement, and even when you put words with them, people tend to engage with pictures that have with posts that have pictures. And the second challenge is to post on the notes feature of Substack for 30 days. Again, not consecutive. I want to see if it makes a difference because I read an article, different ways and different ways to not level up, but maybe level up my newsletter thing, newsletter subscribers and newsletter interaction, engagement, that type of deal. And since I use Substack for newsletters, I've read this article. If I can find it again, I will link it below, about how to use Substack to do your newsletter and make it successful or something like that. I forget the actual title of the article, but it was a specific part in the article that talked about how the notes feature in Substack was like a really underutilized feature in Substack, and people weren't using it as they should be using it. And they did an experiment where they posted for they did 90 days. We're going to start small with 30 days because we're going to see if I can keep it up for 30 days. We all know I don't like social media, so. But, and how they saw an increase, because the notes feature apparently in Substack is to push you to people who aren't subscribed to you and who haven't found you yet. So it puts you in front of people who may not know who you are, so that they can learn who you are and then maybe subscribe to your Substack. Um, Also, there was another video I watched. If I find out, if I go on my history and look that up, and I'll link it below. And I can't, the name escapes me at the moment. I think her name is Jamie, but I forget the actual name of the channel. But she wrote about how she posted on Substack for a whole entire year, and how she had only expected to gain 50 subscribers by the end of the first year, but she now has 681 subscribers. Granted, I think she uses it more as a blog style feature or a thing like that, and the other article that I read was specifically about using it as a newsletter, which is what I use Substack as. But because I have a blog site and I like my blog site, and I don't intend to get rid of my blog site, but I can use Substack to maybe gear people to my blog site and other places. But I don't want it to be, I mean, I know I have to promote myself, I'm really bad at that, but I don't want it to be just that. I want to really engage. And yeah, today was more of an admin day. I didn't write last night, which I should have, but I didn't. I haven't written today other than the little thing that I wrote for the notes and handwriting some notes and stuff, but I didn't really write today. I'm having a really low energy day, so I'm trying to do things that are still productive but aren't necessarily writing, because I'm not feeling writing at the moment. And to keep from beating myself up about not feeling like writing, I'm trying to do other productive things that could help me. But that is the start of the vlog. I've talked for 7 minutes now, and way too long. And I'm drinking my second cup of tea. All I've had today was tea. It's because I don't have any coffee anymore. I ran out of coffee. I'm also out of money to buy coffee, so tea. Tea. You can tell how joyful. I mean, I like tea. I do like tea. I like tea as an added bonus to coffee, not instead of coffee. Anyway, but yeah, and yeah, I also did some research about some things I might add to my newsletter also. But so subscribe to my newsletter, by the way. Also subscribe to my Patreon, please. I also did some things for Patreon. I'm trying to get some exclusive content ready. I'm not ready to post it yet, but I'm trying to get it ready so that when it comes time to post some of the exclusive content, when love calls stuff, then it'll be already ready and I don't have to like scramble to put stuff together. But anyway, I'm gonna go do something. Maybe it's time to read. I don't know, but I'll be back. Okay, hello, hi. It is 2:18 in the morning, and while I am doing sprints with Sky, I'm not exactly writing. So why is my lights really okay? I was very orange. I'm still a little orangey, but anyway. I'm just watching some YouTube videos, making some notes for some social media things that I want to attempt to try. Also, I was writing a little earlier in my writing journal some ideas I was having. I need to make my to-do list for tomorrow. What else? I did, in fact, post a note earlier on Substack. I think I said that earlier. I'm not sure. But today, I felt it was a really low energy day, which I'll be honest, I did not expect when I woke up or when I went to sleep this morning, whatever. I had all kinds of plans to get things done, especially since I didn't write last night. I opted to work on some ideas that I had, some research that I was doing for social media stuff. And anyway, so I opted to work on that last night instead of write, because I figured I'll just write today when I get up, since I'm not going anywhere. And that didn't happen. I felt very like, I wouldn't say I felt like lazy or unproductive. I just felt my energy was just really low. Like, and then I wasn't in the right headspace to write. So I was trying to do something productive. I did admin stuff today, like, worked on some Patreon stuff. Well, prepping some future posts for Patreon. The Substack thing, the notes. I was doing some prepping for future notes. I had forgotten to schedule When Love Calls promo stuff for this week, so I did that. Brought to some emails, did admin stuff, a lot of admin stuff today, and then I've just been reading for a large part of the night, which, like, either I've been hopping between beta reading and then reading the rest of Mother Mercy, which I'm almost done. And so, yeah, I'm just not in the mood to write. And here's how I really know I'm not in the right headspace. I don't even feel guilty about not writing. Because I feel like if I tried to write, it would really be forcing myself and not in the best way. And forced words, at least my forced words, are never really that great. So I am trying to do other things in the vein of productivity, or something tangible that I can, put my finger on that I did that. Reading is tangible. And I have been slacking on my reading lately, so this is just me catching up. So yeah, that's how my night is looking. And I'm going to go back to watching some YouTube videos. And now I'm actually playing some games. But I will go back to reading, most likely. So yeah, I'm so sorry that today is not all that productive. I wish it was. I had hoped that I would feel like writing tonight during sprints, but I do not. Yeah, I just don't. And it's not great, because I do have book 3 that I'd like to finish in my pen name. And I'm feeling a pull to get back to Mackenzie Brown, but I also am not in the right headspace to write tonight. So yeah, that's how the day is going. But I'll be back to say goodnight later, maybe, or not. I don't know. I might not. I might forget. Who knows? Okay, bye. Well, I guess I'll go ahead and say goodnight. I will see you guys tomorrow. I do have physical therapy, so I am going out. But I don't know what else today will hold. Right now, I'm enjoying my reading. Good night. Bye.
I know you told your friend you're not okay. And tell me what's wrong and why you never said you felt that way. And guess you're trying to stay strong and fake a smile until I look away. But I've known you too long, it hurts to watch your blue eyes fade to gray as you fade away. As you fade away.
Yeah, I'm about to fade away, cause every time I wake up I feel like it's Monday. Something's going wrong with all the chemicals up in my brain. All of a sudden I don't look at anything the same way. Gotta build up of my thoughts sitting in a natural.
Hello. Hi. Happy, what day is this? Tuesday? It's Tuesday. Happy Tuesday. Just wanted to come on briefly to say hello. Physical therapy, a little rough today. I came in just not in a good mood. I woke up not in a good mood, to be honest. Just stressed. Yeah, okay. Hit my car if you want to. So I just came from Burger King. I redeemed some points, and because I'm starving, and yeah, not quite what I wanted to eat, but it was what my points made available. So there's that. Oh gosh, the sun. Okay, the sun is walking me. I think I'm just gonna do some more reading today, to be honest. It's kind of what I'm feeling like doing. I finished beta reading Laura's book should I say this morning. I have 3 more pages on Morgan's first chapter to finish reading. It's really good. And then I'm gonna finish Mother Mercy hopefully tonight. We'll see. And then I have my J.D. Raw book that I'm reading, so, and I have to start Thanks for Watching. So I'm in a reading mood right now today, so hopefully not for the whole week, because I really do want to finish book 3 in my pen name. I'm so close to finishing, so it would be a shame to not finish. I'll still start my read through When Love Calls again. This would be a really good time to do it in a reading mood. So, but yeah, that's all I have. I don't know if you can see me. The sun is in my face, so. But yeah, I'll be back later. Bye.
I'm sorry that I'm so inconvenient, okay? Just let me be me and I'll stay out of your way. I can see the way you look at me, I'm such a disgrace. I never really asked to be brought into this place. You wanna love me? Well then baby, have a taste. All the highs and the lows, no you'll never be the same. I don't really wanna hurt you, but I can't control the pain. If you're sticking by my side, maybe we could be okay. Okay, maybe you could be the change I need today. I promise that I've never felt this way. I really hope that you will choose.
Okay, so I don't have much of an update for you because I haven't done any of the things I'm supposed to have. Well, no, that's not true. I did type up my final notes of what in Laura's book after I finished beta reading it, and that was about it. If you saw from previous clips, I was having a backstage with a friend. Friend time is important. So we just got off of backstage, and I am actually about to look over some video that Sky sent me pertaining to the formatting for my ebook. And I'm gonna read. Actually, let me be honest. I'm gonna play a couple of games to decompress, and because even though friend time was good and I had fun hanging out with Tiffany backstage, it was peopling, and it was hours of peopling, and it was a lot. So I'm gonna play a couple games, watch some YouTube videos, and decompress. And then I might do some. I am gonna do some reading. I'm probably not gonna write tonight. But yes, I've peopled to capacity, and I need to calm down. My anxiety is up right now. So, nothing against anyone. It's just how I get when I've been peopling for hours, and I'm an introvert. Remember, I don't like to people for a very, very long time. I get a little antsy, and I'm like, okay, I need to go wind down now. So I'm gonna go do that, and I'm gonna read, and I'll be back to say goodnight later. I guess, maybe, I don't know. Who knows?
how you have imposter syndrome.
Yeah.
That you and Meryl Streep bonded over that back during the Doubt days, that you carry this imposter syndrome with you and almost that it's a good thing. Did you have imposter syndrome going into writing a novel?
There's always imposter syndrome. If you know what, as a matter of fact, and I hope I don't get heat for this, but if I do, I do. I think imposter syndrome is in every artist that is out there, probably in every human being. It just is. You can fight it if you want to. You can wrestle with it if you want to. But it's there. I'm not mad at it. I'm not saying I don't have confidence in myself, that I don't love myself. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying what's in an artist is always in need to be better. You do King Lear at 25 and now you're 80. You look at the performance at 25 and you're like, I miss that. Picasso probably did it. Van Gogh, I'm sure, you see Starry Night, you see, Cubism, and you think, oh my goodness, a work of art. What they see is a stroke that was missing.
And you are the same way?
Well, I'm not comparing myself to Picasso and Van Gogh, but yes.
You see what's missing.
Absolutely. Listen, I played Rose in Fences before I became a mom. And then I played her again in the movie. I never got the last scene right on stage. I could never get it. But in the movie, pow, I got it. That's the imposter syndrome. It's not walking in and saying, I'm not worthy, I'm a piece of crap, I'm not that. That's how people view it. But as an artist, it's literally a part of the creative process. Chiseling away at it. You're always in rehearsal. You're never in performance.
Okay. I'm going to say goodnight here. I played that little clip of Viola Davis because Tiffany shared it with me when we were backstage hanging out. Because I brought up imposter syndrome and how I've been struggling with imposter syndrome lately. And she had heard that part in the interview Viola Davis did about how as artists and creators we always have imposter syndrome. We're always going to, and how it may be a good thing. So I wanted to play just a couple of snippets of the, I wanted to play a little bit of it for you. Because if anyone else has been struggling with imposter syndrome maybe it'll help you to see it the way Viola Davis sees it. I mean, she's the Viola Davis. But maybe it'll help to see it the way she sees it when she says it like that. And I get that feeling of always wanting to be better because none of us are perfect. Everything we do, write, produce, we're always going to feel like we could have done a better job at it. Maybe if given more time, it could have been better, more finessed, more fine-tuned. I still find mistakes in my first novel. I'm not going to go back and change it. I could, but I'm not. That is a product of the writer I was then. There are probably mistakes in The Weight of Her. That is a product of the writer I was when I wrote that book. Hopefully this book will have less mistakes, but it's still not going to be as good as the next book that I write, hopefully. I would hope that I get better with each book. And I like the way she phrased it, that imposter syndrome is about always being in rehearsal. Because you're always striving to be better. So yeah, if I look at it that way, maybe imposter syndrome isn't that bad. But with that, I'm going to say goodnight. I'll see you guys tomorrow. I don't know what I'm going to do tomorrow. We'll find out together. Bye. almost 6:30, and did not mean to wait this long to come on and say hello, but hi. I got a really late start to the day, and then when I did get up, it took me a long time to get myself together. So, have I done much? Not really, but I did post my note on Substack, and I think the next thing is to take a picture and put it on my Facebook page, because in case I haven't mentioned, I'm on a self-imposed 30-day challenge to increase my my social media skills, essentially, but my presence on Substack, well, getting more new subscribers and Facebook page followers. So I'm trying a thing. I'll talk about it more later, because I'm trying to get this video exported before my stream, and it's like half an hour. So, but I just wanted to come on and say hello, and I'll be back. Okay, so this turned out to be a very chillaxed type of evening, which didn't really count on, but no. I think I knew that I wasn't going to write. There was a part of me that hoped I would feel up to writing, but I knew better. I'm really still in a I want to be reading mode, and so I'm almost finished Mother Mercy. I'm on the epilogue, and I think there's a bonus chapter at the end, so I've got a few, like I'm at 93%, so I'm almost finished Mother Mercy. I have Morgan's second chapter to beta read for her middle grade that she's doing, and I have the J.D. Robb book that I'm reading that I would like to finish up soon. But I did take a little art stop, because I'm watching my streamers, and they usually do music, but they're also filmmakers, and they also do art, like coloring, not coloring, I'm sorry, digital art, like painting and pottery, different kinds of art forms. So sometimes they'll just have, when they don't, or when their voices don't feel up to it, they'll just do art, and they'll work on a particular art form or whatever. So right now they're I think what is it called, felting or something like that. I don't quite know. Usually it's drawing, but today that they're trying out this new form of art, and I decided, like, oh, I'll get my coloring book and color another page, but there's only so much coloring I can do, because my wrist will start hurting if I color too much. But whoa, they just got a donation, pretty hefty one. But so yeah, you saw my coloring page. And I think I'm gonna go finish up the Mother Mercy. And then I might watch a couple of YouTube videos. I am gonna play my Subway Surfers and a couple of games also. But I really do want to finish Mother Mercy, because I'm like so close to finishing. And oh my god, I just remembered I need to make a thumbnail. I need to upload the video that I exported right before my stream, and put it on Patreon and schedule it for Friday. And I need to make a thumbnail for that video. So oops, I gotta do that real quick. Maybe. I still think I want to read Mother Mercy first. Okay, anyway, but yeah, sorry I haven't been very chatty today or whatever. I thought that I was going to, well, I had hoped that there would be a part of me that felt like writing today. And in a way, I kind of do, because I'm like, I really would love to finish up book 3 in the pen name. I really only have a chapter and a half plus an epilogue. And I really thought, but I really just don't. Yeah, I just really don't want. Nothing else. To say I don't want to write is not really. It's like it's crazy. The other week I wanted to write, but when I sat down to write, nothing would come out, and I couldn't focus enough to write. And now it's like I just don't actually want to write. And it's not that I don't. I hate saying I don't want to write as if I've somehow lost my spark for writing or something. It's just that I'm really behind in my reading, and I don't feel like I've been reading like I normally do or normally would, and I just really want to be reading right now. And it's not a scheduled refuel the well kind of week or anything, or at least it wasn't supposed to be, but I feel like that's kind of what it's turned out to be, and I did not mean for it to be that, but I think that's what it's turned out to be, and I'm not mad at it. I'm not even upset with myself about it. I really just want to read or do other creative forms of things like coloring or whatever. I guess that's what we're in, is a refill the well type of week, which didn't think about it until just now when I said it, that's apparently what I'm in. So I'm gonna go continue refueling that well. I'll be back later. Bye. Oh, hello. Hi. I am going to say goodnight here. Oh, yes, I did do that. I also wrote down my goals. I also did that. I did not do that though. And I have to do my breathing exercise, but sorry. I'm a FinChap. Just checking off things. Oh, okay. Anyway, sorry. I'm gonna say goodnight. I've just finished. I finished Mother Mercy by Chandra Author. Probably gonna let that marinate. Try to write my review tomorrow. And then start Thanks for Watching. I should be able to get that read before Kate's book comes out, so I can get the review done. But yeah, it was really good. Again, I don't want to give things away. Just I mean, Zara markets it as the female Dexter, a female version of Dexter, and having never seen Dexter, I don't know if that's accurate. It probably is. I've never seen Dexter. Don't judge me. I've wanted to watch it. I just haven't gotten around to it. But it's very good. Very well written. Very it's some touchy stuff in there, but I never shy away from reading that stuff or writing it. So, I loved it, and it's my kind of book. So, not sure what that says about me, but it's my kind of book. I'm gonna get back to reading this. Watched a couple. I showed you the videos that I've queued up to watch for the rest of the evening. So watch those, read that. Yeah. So good night. See you guys tomorrow. Bye. Happy Thursday. Nothing has really happened or gone on. I'm just here working on, I am working on something, but it's like graphics, trying to prep my social media graphics and stuff, because this weekend is probably going to be a social media scheduling weekend. Yeah, something like that. So yeah, I have to work on some graphics and stuff. And in between that, I'm doing some beta reading, also some regular reading. And yeah, that's it's been a slow Thursday, but you know, it's also pajama day, so in my pajamas. Gosh, can I see I can see my gray hairs, I think. I think I can see my gray hairs. It's fine. I don't mind aging. But yeah, that's what I'm working on currently while having a documentary up on Netflix in the background. And I'm hungry, but I don't really have anything in here to eat, so hopefully I can find something later. But yeah, I'll be back. Okay. Hi. It's been a while. I think I only came on once earlier today to say hello. Oops. So sorry. But as you saw, I was relaxing. I was doing lots of I don't know. I guess I call it refilling the well. That's what this week has ended up being, unplanned as it may have been. I think I kind of needed it, really. I don't even think I realized how much I actually just needed to not, I'm not going to say not be productive, because reading is productive. And I've been beta reading, which is also productive. And I've been editing videos and doing other creative mediums, graphic stuff and whatever. So I'm not going to say not productive, but just needed to not stress about the writing. Whether it be trying to finish book 3 of Pen Name, or trying to figure out what was going to be the next project, because I am ready for the next project, or actually going back to the project that I had started with Mackenzie Brown Book 5, or starting revisions on Mackenzie Brown Book 1. Trying to figure out what's next after When Love Calls comes out. Trying to figure out how that release is going to go. I was really starting to stress myself out about all the things writing related. How's When Love Calls going to do? How's it going to release? How's it going to be received? How am I going to market this book well when I have no money? And I don't have a huge social media following. So, that's part of me trying to kind of increase my social media engagement, if you will, with the whole experiment that I've started this week. Which normally I would not start an experiment at the end of a month or in the middle of the month. I would start at the beginning, but I just wanted to dive right in, because sometimes I put things off too long and end up talking myself out of doing the thing because I'm waiting for this perfect time to start. And it's always perfect to start things on the first of the month, especially if you're going to do a 30-day challenge. It's always good to start on the first of the month, but the first of the month happens to fall in the middle of a week anyway. So I figured start at the beginning of the week and just count 30 days from there, not including Sundays, of course. And so far I have gained, the only thing I have to attribute it to is notes, because I've been posting daily since Monday, and I've gained, I want to say 3 new subscribers, and some followers, which didn't realize it was a thing you could do, was follow and not subscribe, but either one is good for me. I'll take either one. But I've gained a couple of new subscribers and followers, so I'm gotta think there's something to it. And but I needed to just not write this week, which is weird to say because writing is like breathing for me, and writing is kind of everything for me. And I don't write on the weekends, so I don't ascribe to the whole I must write every day, although maybe I do write on, because sometimes I work on blog posts on the weekends, which is still technically writing. But when I say I don't write on the weekends, I mean like on a project, on a story, a novel, or whatever. So I don't write on the weekends, so I don't ascribe to the whole you must write every day thing. And I kind of like, normally when things happen where I don't, and I end up not writing, and I end up, normally I would call it being lazy or slacking off by, refilling the well. Normally I would say it was that, and then I would beat myself up for it. But here's where the growth must be coming in. I really haven't done that this week. I've really just accepted that I needed this I don't want to call it a reset. Just little brief, not hiatus, just this brief refuel, recharge. Maybe it is a reset. I don't know. Just this brief refuel. I did some coloring yesterday, which I showed y'all. Yesterday I have been. It's not that I haven't been working either. That's the thing. It's not like I haven't been working. I just haven't been writing. Done some social media graphic preps to schedule social media this weekend and stuff like that. And I've gotten on Pinterest and played around on Pinterest for a little bit. And I've played games. I found this new, you saw the clip earlier. There's this typing game that Sky told me about. Why did she tell me about this typing game? Because she sent me this little short film about the home row, because I always talk about how fascinated I am by the fact that she can have a whole conversation. She can have a whole conversation with you, looking directly at you, and be typing on the whole entire page, never looking at the keyboard, which I used to be able to do, not for that long, but I used to be able to type a good amount, not looking at the keyboard. I've discovered I still can, actually. But so she said she found this typing game, and she gave me the name of the game. And why did she do that? Because now I have a new obsession. Not obsession, but I have a new game, if you will. It's a typing game, and it's fun, and it's cute, and I turned my daughter onto it now, so now she has a new game. And yeah. In fact, I think I'm actually gonna play the typing game when I finish this clip, which is lasting very long. But I did think of a new idea for a video, which I've seen people do it before, but I've never been up to do it before. But maybe I will be sharing some first lines from projects, just to see how they land. But I'm gonna I'm going to call it a night here, or at least for you guys. I'm still going to go back to reading. I'm really getting into my reading. Actually, I'm going to switch over and beta read Morgan's chapter. I started Thanks for Watching earlier today, and I've gotten about a chapter and a half into that. Yeah, I'm just gonna go, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Physical therapy tomorrow. Yay. Good night. Bye. Also, I wanted to see if you could hear the birds chirping. It's 4:19 in the morning, by the way. Just can you hear that? I don't know if you heard that, but what do you think they're saying? Interesting. Okay, bye.
I like to be educated, but I'm so frustrated. Hello to my loneliness. I guess that ignorance is bliss. Take me back to before I knew. Rewind, take it out of cue. Innocence can be a young man's game. Signed up for the hall of shame. I wish I knew how much I miss not knowing that we're all screwed when we play our roles and ignore the problem.
Well, hello, hi, happy Friday. It's raining, yet not raining. Not sure what it's doing, really. I just wanted to come on and say hello. I came to the store to actually get me a thing of soda because I ran out of my cherry Coke, so I was just gonna get like a regular generic brand soda. Although good thing I checked my bank account before I went in there to buy the said soda, because yeah, I only thought I had a little bit to begin with, but I don't have what I thought I had in there. There's like 0 in there, so I guess I will not be going into Giant because I'm going back in the house. Let me see if I have anything on any of my rewards to get anything to eat with, because we shall see. But I didn't get much sleep. I went to sleep really, really late, like late for me, and I mean really late for me. It's after 7-ish, I think, something like that. It's after 7 or whatever, and like it was closer to 7:30 in the morning, and I had to get up early for me to be getting up, having gone to sleep that late. So I'm really trying to stay awake. So I'm ready to go back in the house anyway, so it's fine. Yeah, I just wanted to say hello. Physical therapy was, it was what it was. Apparently, because they evaluate you every so many visits just to see if you're improving. So apparently I'm very much improving. So hey, there's a scoring thing, and she said when I first started physical therapy, my score was like below a 15 or something like that, and my score is now like a 26. And it's from 0 to 100. I don't know how they do the scoring, but she's like, because it's chronic pain issues, I'm probably never going to be 100. 100 is fully recovered, fully back to normal, whatever, and like normal for an average person. So she's like, you're probably never going to be at 100, but you went from below 15 to now at 26, so you've improved. Not as much improvement as they'd like to see, which is good, because that will keep me coming to physical therapy, with insurance paying for it, obviously. So, yay. But, yeah, there's no words. Okay. So, let's see if I have any points, whatever, and if not, I'll just be going back in the house. But I wanted to say hello. I will be back later. Bye. Well, hello there. It's been a bit. Gosh, I have to do something. I don't want to make promises, but I did decide that I think the final step in my refilling the well week is going to be dealing with this, because it's a mess under there, and I'm actually scared to comb it out, or to attempt to comb it out. What's funny is I think I may end up sending myself into next week also not being able to write, because combing my hair out on a good day makes my wrist hurt. This is not a good day. This is a bunch of matted, tangled mess that I know I let get way too far, but this is what happens, at least for me, when I'm in a state. But I have been editing this video. I haven't put these clips from today on, but I've been editing this video as much as I can. It's now time to listen to the chatty bits of me. That is probably one of the only things left to do, is to listen to the chatty bits of me. To put my little section breaks, the breaks in there for the different days. I just did those on Canva, so I've got to put those in there, and then to upload these clips. That's the only thing that's really left, and to put the music on there, of course. I had to write my list for the weekend. I need, although really the only thing on my list should be comb out this mess. But oh my gosh. But I don't really have that much to update with. I do want to get in some more reading. I've been doing so well with reading this week, so I want to get in some more reading, despite the fact that I have this video to edit. But if I edit most of it tonight, then I should be able to focus on combing my hair out and intersperse reading into there, because I'm going to need some breaks with my wrist. So, of course I'm going to be watching TV, but still, I can give myself a wrist break and then read for a little bit in between. And yeah, not looking forward to tackling this, but in fact I should go do some. No, I'm actually gonna go play my games while I listen to chatty bits of me, because I'm gonna be listening to me anyway, so it's not like I can really do much else. But play my Subway Surfers, and I do have another video or two videos that I want to watch before that, before I listen to myself. But yeah, I'll be back to wrap up this vlog later, in a little bit. So I'm going to say, no, put that back up. I meant to put that back in the ponytail. Anyway, hold please. Okay, I wanted to put that back up out of my way for now because I'm still editing this video, as you saw by the last clip. But I'm gonna say, I was about to say I'm gonna say good night, as if there's another day to this vlog. There's not. This is where I leave you for the week. It wasn't the kind of week that I planned for it to be. Didn't intend for it to be a refill the well kind of week vlog. I was supposed to be writing. I was supposed to be finishing up pen name book 3, maybe getting back to Mackenzie Brown book 5 even, or starting book 4 if the pen name. That's what I was supposed to be doing, but that is not what happened. Apparently my mind and body decided for me that I was going to refill the well and recharge, and I would try to force myself to do the thing that my mind is, or my body is telling me I don't have the mental headspace or energy to do, but I did not force it this time. This time I just let it be, and I just rolled with the punches right on into my relaxing week, and it was actually a really good week. I hate that I didn't do any writing, but I also I feel really relaxed right now, which is saying something because I know I have a lot to do. I have a lot to work on. I have a lot to get done. I have a lot to figure out in terms of the When Love Calls release. Hopefully next week I'll be ordering proof copies. Hopefully. I have a lot to do, but I don't feel overwhelmed right now. And I think that's because I just allowed myself to have that week where I, reset or recharged and refilled the well with other creative things. And I don't feel as overwhelmed as I did last week when I ended the vlog. My anxiety doesn't feel as up there, and it's a good thing, right? I mean, it's a good thing. So 0 words written this week, but a lot of reading done. A lot for me. I don't read as fast as most people, but a lot for me. And different kinds of reading, like reading this book and the ebook, some beta reading, different types of reading, and I've gotten to play around with some graphics, and I've watched documentaries. Probably could have fit a little more watching TV in this week, but it's fine. I caught up on some YouTube videos and some of you guys' vlogs and stuff that I had been behind on. But yeah, and now the big task for the weekend is to deal with this. So hopefully when I come back to you on Monday, hopefully my hair will be combed out and washed and clean and all that great stuff. Hopefully. I hope. But yeah, that's gonna be it for this video. If you like what you see and you want to see more videos from me, make sure that you hit that like and subscribe button. Post videos on Mondays. I live stream on Wednesdays at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. As per usual, if you would like to be supportive of me in any of my creative endeavors, such as my blog, my online magazine, my online store with writer merch, becoming a member of my Patreon, tipping me on my Ko-fi, buying my books on Amazon, or reading them in Kindle Unlimited, all of those links can be found in the description box below. And until next time, please take care of yourselves, recharge and reset if you need to, and refill that well, and have grace with yourself, and have a blessed day. Bye.